Have you ever felt that someone is against everything you say or do just for the pleasure of attacking you? There is a story about a firefly pursued by a snake determined to devour it. The firefly flew frantically, trying to escape until it found itself cornered, about to be caught. It asked the snake to answer 3 questions. The snake, knowing the firefly was trapped with no way out, agreed. The firefly asked if it was part of the snake's usual diet, to which the snake replied no. Then it asked if it had done anything wrong to the snake. Again, the snake said no. Finally, the firefly wanted to know why the snake wanted to catch it. The snake answered, "Because I can't stand to see you shine." No matter what you do in life, how good you are, or how much you care about not harming others, understand that there will always be people against you. We've all encountered someone like that, whether it's an abusive colleague, university friends, or even within our own family. By adopting the practical philosophy of Stoicism, you learn to deal with these people who envy others' shine, not through conflict or argument, but with intelligence and wisdom. Stoicism is considered one of the most practical and profound schools of thought, teaching us to focus our energy and strength on things we can control, while learning to accept what is beyond our reach. If you don't learn to defend yourself in life, you'll end up being trampled by others, including those you dislike. Being stoic does not mean being passive or silently holding a grudge, but rather standing firm and controlling what you feel, thinking before acting. Get ready, because in this video, we will reveal 13 ways to destroy your enemy without fighting. Before we begin, if you find value in these tips, please like, subscribe, and click the bell to stay updated. Now, let's start this transformative journey together. Are you ready? There is no show without an audience, and being ignored can be one of the worst feelings. Use this to your advantage. If possible, start by intentionally ignoring those who declare themselves your enemies or openly dislike you. This strategy, though simple, requires significant self-control because you must consciously choose not to react to provocations, malicious jokes, actions, or even the person's presence. Understand that some people derive power precisely from causing emotional discomfort to others. They thrive on negative reactions and feel validated when they provoke a response. By ignoring them, you neutralize that power, sending a clear message that they have no control over your emotions or decisions. Their attempts to disturb you become futile. When you ignore such people, your mind becomes free to focus on what truly matters. You create mental and emotional space to appreciate life, pursue your goals, and concentrate on what you can control. This prevents negative distractions from draining your energy or consuming your thoughts with imagined arguments or revenge scenarios. Ignoring someone doesn't mean denying conflict or pretending problems don't exist. It means refusing to get trapped in someone else's drama. You choose peace and inner stability. By doing so, you become the architect of your happiness and the guardian of your mental serenity. Remember, your energy is precious. Use it to build a life full of purpose, not one dictated by those who seek to disrupt your peace. In the end, you gain control by choosing where to invest your attention and emotional strength. This act of mindful detachment is a powerful way to disarm anyone who seeks to harm or manipulate you. Being smarter than your opponent means using your reasoning, creativity, and skills to resolve conflicts without resorting to verbal confrontations or direct clashes. The ability to solve problems peacefully is a sign of wisdom, reflecting the Stoic virtue of practical intelligence. This approach prevents unnecessary conflict while allowing solutions to emerge through thoughtful planning. One of history's best examples is India's non-violent struggle for independence from the British Empire, led by Mahatma Gandhi. He organized peaceful protests, marches, and strikes while encouraging the people of India to stop buying British goods, especially salt. This resistance gained worldwide attention, weakened British control over India's economy, and increased political pressure, eventually forcing the British to leave in 1947. Gandhi demonstrated how to fight oppression without lifting a weapon. His strategic thinking, rooted in patience, determination, and foresight, achieved what violence could not. He understood that physical conflict would have led to bloodshed and suffering. Instead, he turned India's perceived weaknesses into strengths, using intelligent and peaceful resistance. Similarly, you can resolve personal conflicts by understanding the motivations behind others' actions. Use diplomacy, patience, and thoughtful dialogue. Consider the broader context, think ahead, and craft strategies that avoid confrontation. Being prepared and aware of potential outcomes ensures you maintain control and avoid unnecessary disputes. Mastering conflict resolution requires more than just avoiding fights. It involves anticipating problems, seeing the bigger picture, and finding ways to turn disadvantages into advantages, just as Gandhi did. Ultimately, true strength lies in the ability to resolve conflicts while preserving dignity, integrity, and inner peace. One of the core principles of Stoicism is transforming adversity into a path for growth. Instead of seeing your enemies as obstacles, view them as life's instructors, people who push your limits, expose your weaknesses, and reveal areas where you need improvement. Every challenge holds valuable lessons if approached with the right mindset. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like the one who wronged you." This means using difficulties to strengthen your resilience, wisdom, and virtues. When someone mistreats you, respond with patience and composure. This self-restraint helps you grow into a better, more understanding person. Consider adversity as a teacher that reveals your flaws and areas of personal development. For example, if someone constantly criticizes you, reflect on whether their comments have any merit. Use this feedback constructively, even if it was delivered with malice. It takes humility and emotional maturity to see criticism as an opportunity for self-improvement rather than an attack. Marco Aurelius also advised against rushing to judge others, suggesting that we should first examine our own faults. Ask yourself, what flaw in me is similar to what I'm about to criticize in someone else? This self-reflection builds empathy, patience, and personal accountability. Your adversaries can be mirrors reflecting aspects of yourself that need attention. Their actions force you to confront uncomfortable truths, helping you develop patience, tolerance, and wisdom. By shifting your perspective, you turn what seems like a hindrance into a stepping stone for growth and transformation. The true source of suffering isn't the actions of those we consider enemies, it's how we perceive and interpret their behavior. According to Stoic philosophy, external events cannot disturb our inner peace unless we allow them to. It's our judgments and emotional reactions that cause pain, not the actions themselves. Consider a time when someone offended or angered you. Was it the person's words that hurt you, or was it your interpretation of those words? Epictetus, a famous Stoic teacher, reminded us that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You have the power to choose your response, even in the face of provocation. This realization shifts responsibility back to you. Instead of blaming others for your emotional distress, recognize that your reaction stems from your internal expectations, beliefs, and insecurities. If you change your mindset, the same situations lose their power to harm you. For example, if a colleague disrespects you in front of others, consider the context. Perhaps they are projecting their frustrations. Viewing the situation objectively helps you remain calm and focused on constructive solutions instead of getting caught in anger or resentment. This mental shift creates emotional freedom. You stop being a victim of circumstances and take control of your emotional state. By understanding that suffering originates from within, you reclaim the power to choose how you interpret and respond to life's challenges. Forgiveness is one of the highest expressions of inner strength. It involves releasing feelings of anger, resentment, and the desire for revenge while choosing peace and freedom instead. Forgiving someone doesn't mean excusing their behavior or reconciling with them. It's about liberating yourself from the emotional chains that bind you to past pain. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, taught that forgiveness is superior to revenge because it reflects kindness, while revenge reflects a savage nature. When you forgive, you rise above your circumstances, showing emotional maturity and self-mastery. Forgiveness is not about weakness, but about inner power. Consider a personal betrayal. At first, forgiveness might seem impossible, but holding on to resentment only prolongs your suffering. It keeps you mentally stuck in the past, preventing personal growth and happiness. Forgiveness breaks this cycle, restoring emotional balance and freeing your mind from negativity. Forgiveness also helps you reclaim control over your life. When you let go of anger, you stop allowing others' actions to dictate your emotions. This shift doesn't excuse wrongdoings, but acknowledges that carrying resentment harms you more than anyone else. By forgiving, you practice compassion, both toward yourself and others. You demonstrate that your peace and happiness depend on your inner state, not on external events. This conscious decision to forgive transforms you, allowing you to move forward with clarity, purpose, and strength.
Let's build a community of kindness by subscribing to Stoicism for Success right now and sharing it with those you wish to see live with kindness and strength like us. Let's spread these positive values together.
Transforming your relationship with your enemies means acting with kindness, understanding, and compassion, even when they try to harm you. This Stoic approach isn't about becoming friends or tolerating bad behavior. It's about rising above pettiness and acting in a way that reflects your values, not theirs. By showing empathy, you break the cycle of hostility. When someone acts with malice, they expect retaliation or submission. Responding with kindness disarms them and changes the dynamic. It sends a powerful message: you refuse to be controlled by negativity. Consider the story of a wealthy man who received a tray of garbage from someone trying to insult him. Instead of retaliating, he filled the same tray with beautiful flowers and sent it back with a note that read, "We give what we have." This profound response demonstrates that we can choose to respond with grace, regardless of what we receive. This approach doesn't mean allowing others to take advantage of you. Being kind while maintaining firm boundaries shows strength, not weakness. For instance, if someone criticizes you harshly, respond with calm acknowledgement of their concerns while standing your ground. This shows maturity and emotional intelligence. When you transform your relationship with your enemies, you shift the power balance. You're no longer reactive or emotionally vulnerable. Instead, you become a person of integrity, guided by wisdom and virtue. In the long run, you may even inspire positive change in others, or at least maintain your peace and dignity in the face of adversity. Avoiding confrontation often leads to unresolved issues that can grow worse over time. Addressing problems directly, however, allows for clarity and resolution. Confronting someone doesn't mean being aggressive or hostile. It means communicating openly, clearly, and respectfully. When faced with a conflict, approach the situation with a calm, solution-oriented mindset. Clearly state the problem and explain how it affects you. For example, you could say, "I've noticed that you've been doing this, and I don't think it's fair. I'd like to understand why and see if we can resolve this." This kind of direct communication prevents misunderstandings and shows assertiveness without aggression. Being direct also establishes personal boundaries. When you let unacceptable behavior go unchallenged, it can continue or even escalate. By confronting the issue early, you send a clear message that you respect yourself and expect the same from others. Confrontation isn't about winning an argument. It's about seeking resolution and fostering mutual understanding. Use active listening and remain calm, even if the other person becomes defensive. This approach diffuses tension and keeps the conversation productive. Remember that avoiding confrontation out of fear or discomfort only delays inevitable conflict. It's better to address the issue directly while remaining respectful and composed. In the long run, being honest and straightforward strengthens relationships and builds trust, even with those you may consider enemies. When you obsess over enemies or past grievances, you waste valuable time and energy that could be directed toward personal growth. Focusing on yourself means shifting your attention away from external conflicts and toward developing your strengths, goals, and inner peace. Self-improvement is a powerful way to neutralize your enemy's influence. When you grow mentally, emotionally, and professionally, you become resilient and less affected by negativity. For example, if someone undermines your efforts at work, focus on improving your skills and delivering even better results. Success speaks louder than any retaliation. Marcus Aurelius encouraged self-reflection in Meditations, reminding us that the best revenge is to be unlike your enemy. This means striving to become the best version of yourself rather than stooping to someone else's level. Prioritize activities that foster growth, such as learning new skills, exercising, or practicing mindfulness. Journaling about your goals and accomplishments can help you maintain perspective and stay motivated. Focusing on yourself also means setting boundaries with toxic people. While you can't control how others behave, you can control how much access they have to your life. Protect your time and energy by surrounding yourself with supportive, like-minded individuals. Ultimately, redirecting your energy toward personal development helps you rise above conflict and build a life centered on purpose and fulfillment, not on fighting battles that drain your emotional reserves. Self-compassion is the foundation of emotional resilience. It means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend in distress. In difficult situations, especially when dealing with enemies or adversaries, self-compassion helps you stay grounded and maintain inner strength. Practicing self-compassion involves three key elements: mindfulness, self-kindness, and recognizing shared humanity. Mindfulness helps you acknowledge negative emotions without being overwhelmed by them. Self-kindness means being gentle with yourself instead of self-critical when facing challenges. Recognizing shared humanity reminds you that everyone struggles at some point. It's part of being human. When someone hurts or criticizes you, your first reaction might be to internalize their words or feel ashamed. Self-compassion allows you to pause, reflect, and respond with kindness toward yourself. Instead of harsh self-judgment, you can think, "I'm doing the best I can in a difficult situation." Consider a challenging relationship or unresolved conflict. Instead of blaming yourself or feeling powerless, practice self-forgiveness and acceptance. By acknowledging your efforts and recognizing your worth, you build emotional resilience that makes external attacks less damaging. Self-compassion also strengthens your ability to forgive others. When you understand your own struggles, it becomes easier to extend empathy toward others, even those who've wronged you. This doesn't excuse harmful behavior, but it prevents you from being consumed by resentment. By cultivating self-compassion, you develop an inner reserve of strength that empowers you to face life's difficulties with courage, patience, and grace. This practice builds emotional armor while keeping your heart open to learning, growth, and healing. You are the only person who has complete control over your emotions. No one can disturb your inner peace unless you allow them to. This central teaching of Stoicism emphasizes personal responsibility for emotional well-being. When you understand that no one has the power to upset you unless you give them that power, you reclaim control over your life. Consider situations where someone's words or actions upset you. Was it the act itself that caused your distress, or was it your interpretation of that act? The Stoics believe that external events are neutral. It's our judgments and emotional reactions that create suffering. Marcus Aurelius advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This mindset frees you from being a victim of circumstances. If someone insults you, you can choose to be unaffected, recognizing that their words reflect their character, not yours. Responding with calmness shows that you are in control, not them. Maintaining control doesn't mean suppressing emotions. It means acknowledging them without letting them dictate your actions. For example, if you feel anger rising during an argument, pause, take a deep breath, and choose a measured response. This breaks the cycle of impulsive reactions that others might expect. By mastering your emotional state, you become resilient and unshakable. Life's challenges lose their power to disrupt your peace. Instead of being controlled by external events, you shape your reality through conscious choices and thoughtful responses. This inner control is the ultimate strength, a source of personal freedom that no one can take away. Having a supportive social circle is essential for maintaining emotional resilience, especially when dealing with adversity or difficult people. Stoic philosophers emphasize the importance of surrounding yourself with individuals who uplift, inspire, and provide guidance in tough times. Building a network of supportive friends, family members, and mentors helps create a safe space where you can share struggles, gain perspective, and receive encouragement. For example, when facing a hostile work environment, having trusted friends to talk to can make challenges seem more manageable. They can offer practical advice or simply listen, helping you regain balance. Your support network doesn't need to be large. Even a small circle of reliable, understanding individuals can have a profound impact on your well-being. They provide emotional strength and help you avoid feelings of isolation or hopelessness when life gets tough. Additionally, being part of a supportive community encourages mutual growth. As you receive support, you can also offer kindness and assistance to others. This creates a cycle of positive reinforcement that strengthens relationships and builds trust. The Stoics believe that human connection is essential for a meaningful life. Engaging in supportive, virtuous relationships can be a powerful source of motivation and inspiration. When you invest time in nurturing these connections, you become more resilient and better equipped to handle life's challenges with grace and strength. Gratitude is a cornerstone of Stoic practice. It involves recognizing and appreciating the good in your life, even when facing difficulties. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, your mindset shifts toward contentment and inner peace. Practicing gratitude helps reduce feelings of resentment or envy, especially toward those you consider adversaries. Instead of dwelling on perceived wrongs, focus on what these experiences have taught you. Every challenge can be reframed as an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. Acceptance complements gratitude by teaching you to embrace reality as it is, not as you wish it to be. Life is unpredictable, and not everything will go according to plan. When you accept what you can't control, you free yourself from unnecessary frustration and suffering. The Stoics advise daily reflection on what went well and what could be improved. For example, Marcus Aurelius frequently wrote in Meditations about being grateful for life's challenges because they offered a chance to practice patience, wisdom, and resilience. Consider keeping a gratitude journal where you list 3 things you're thankful for each day. This simple habit rewires your mind toward positivity and helps you build emotional strength. Practicing gratitude and acceptance doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means approaching life's ups and downs with clarity, humility, and an open heart. The final and perhaps most transformative strategy is forgiveness. Not for the benefit of others, but for your own inner peace. Holding on to anger, resentment, or a desire for revenge ties you to the past, draining your energy and keeping you stuck in a cycle of negativity. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning hurtful behavior or forgetting what happened. Instead, it means choosing to release the emotional burden associated with the wrongdoing. This act of letting go is a powerful declaration of personal strength and emotional freedom. The Stoics believed forgiveness reflects self-mastery. Seneca once said, "It is a kingly act to forgive. It is a sign of greatness to rise above injury." Choosing to forgive means reclaiming control over your emotions and refusing to let others' actions dictate your happiness. Consider a time when someone wronged you deeply. At first, forgiveness may have seemed impossible, but over time, holding on to anger likely caused more harm to you than to them. By forgiving, you break the cycle of resentment, allowing yourself to heal and move forward. Forgiveness also fosters empathy. Recognizing that everyone makes mistakes can soften your perspective and help you approach life with more understanding and compassion. It is an act of emotional courage that frees your heart from the weight of past pain and opens the door to personal growth, resilience, and peace. I look forward to creating more content like this in the future, exploring ideas that inspire reflection and positive change. If you find value in these discussions and would like to support the channel financially, consider becoming a member. As a member, you'll enjoy exclusive benefits, behind-the-scenes content, and early access to new videos. Your contributions help keep this project alive, allowing me to produce meaningful content that resonates with viewers around the world. Together, we can continue this journey towards self-discovery, resilience, and personal empowerment. Thank you for being part of this beautiful community. Your engagement and support remind me why I started this channel: to share wisdom, spark meaningful conversations, and inspire lasting change. Stay strong, stay curious, and remember, the best way to overcome life's challenges is through understanding, kindness, and inner strength. See you in the next video.